All right, guys, I wanted to turn on the camera real quick. I just wanted to have a brief conversation. I know that the camera angle looks a little bit differently, but that's because this wasn't planned. This was impromptu. All right. I just wanted to get in front of the camera and just speak for a little bit. Now, something very interesting just happened to me within my life, and I just wanted to talk about it real quick because it's currently happening right now. Now, I will say, I have no idea when I would post this or even if I'm going to post this. So a couple of months back, I was really at a breaking point in my the time given in a day towards my purpose, my goals in life. And I really started to feel as though I was burning out. I was doing 7 video uploads in a 7-day week, as well as maintaining my 9 to 5, as well as trying to maintain, other components and portions of my life. And, it was getting to the point where, it just was running me ragged. It was running me dry. And, it was way over 60, 70, 80 hours per week. I was putting a lot of hours into the gym in order to sustain everything. And I think for the first couple of months to first year and some change, I think it was relatively sustainable as I was growing everything out. But I've gotten to a point right now where I continue to ask myself, why continue to do both avenues, both ventures? YouTube is going extremely well. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the family. It's going extremely well. The Patreon, I love every moment of hanging out with those in my Discord server. I mean, we do so many different talks. We got Wealth Chat Wednesdays where we talk about money making opportunities or money education type group chats that we do. And the members of the community are just so talented. There's so many people just want to bring so many good things and have dope discussions. And we got Sunday conversations. We got the after parties for Red Cup Talk. Anyway, it's a small community I guess it's not as small anymore. We go over 600 people at this current junction, but it's just a bunch of dope people. Anyway, so as I'm building out these different things attached to my YouTube, obviously it's taking a lot of extra time out of my day. And I began to get an overwhelming sense of burnoutedness. Okay. It's not a word. I just made it up, but I started to get that feeling, and as well as my drive, my passion for the things that I was doing in my 9 to 5 just wasn't there anymore. I found myself drifting away in meetings more often. I found myself with a lass of hunger, no appetite to push anything in my career forward. And the thing is that I've known that for a while. I knew that I no longer wanted to be a team leader, right? I don't want to be an executive to deal with those things that those executives at these large companies deal with. Like, I don't want to manage people's feelings and emotions, and it's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. I tried to do it into the past before, and it just wasn't for me. So what I opted to do was the highest level of individual contributor at the company that I work for. And I just had no intentions really on moving up, which was such a weird feeling for me because my whole career prior to that was predicated on me moving up. To get to the top of the ranks. And of course, like, I had CEO aspirations, all of the education that I've gotten, me stopping, working to go and get my MBA, and that investment from a time and a money perspective, although, I did get a scholarship for it. And I'm so happy that I absolutely took on that journey. I learned so many amazing things about myself, increasing my business toolkit and acumen and seeing the world. Like, it was an amazing time, amazing 2.5 years. And then to transition into this role. And then I think within 4 years, I had gotten 2 promotions. But this last position, I was in this position for almost 4 years, and identified about a year in, I said to myself, do I really think I want to go up to the next level? Because the next level is that director level. It's an executive level, because I am at director level. And I knew a couple of things about me and my personality would never 100% gel with corporate America. I've done a lot of code switching within my life, and I've gotten really good at it. I call it being a chameleon. I've gotten really good at being a chameleon, but it started to completely tear and eat my soul up. This is not the way that I talk. This is not the jokes that I particularly like to laugh at. These are not the people that I generally like to have in my life that I like to talk to. It's generally not. And I think that if you continue to put yourself into situations where you know it's not true and akin to who you are as a person, then you will continue to not be as fulfilled as what you ultimately can become. And the thing is I love the organization. So it sounds so weird for me to even say that. I think that they treated me exponentially well. I think that they have a ton of services available to them to make employees' lives more livable. I think that they are very sensitive to what's happening from a community-based perspective and reacting to those things as they do happen. I think that, that there's a ladder to climb and there's places to go as long as you make those right connections and you meet and you do the work, you execute flawlessly, right? There's room for mistakes, but, executing flawlessly and picking up from your mistakes, if any are made. And I was well within that. But then I came across this YouTube thing. In the sense that, for years I went without subscribers. I went without growth. I went without additional money for it. It was just like a hobby for me. Hold on. It was just like a hobby for me. And, it turned from a hobby to me getting an addictive hobby, right? Where I would forego hanging out with friends. I would forego, partying and, out in the middle of the day, like the day parties. I love day parties now. I like day parties more than nighttime parties. You know what I'm saying? Because you get back home from a day party, guzzle some water, hang out for the rest of the night, go to sleep and wake up in the morning and feel absolutely fantastic. Like, right. That's why I like day parties as well. The nighttime parties, man, and then your whole next day, you groggy, you feel like your head is made of rubber. I don't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. But I think that when I went down this path of creating for myself, and although I got no results, I got an opportunity to kind of hone in and improve on my skill sets. And then one day, people started to look. And then I said to myself, oh, I think I got something. I think I got something here. I got something being me. I got something leveraging my authentic personality, like who I actually am, without the degree and the level of the code switch. I think that is a degree of a code switch because you have to look at things from a creative or an entertainment lens to make sure that people can retain within the content that you speak in. There's a little bit of that as well, but it's from more of an organic and authentic place. I think that within my career, and I've said this on the channel a multitude of times, is that I got it into my mind earlier in my life that following much more of a creative pursuit was not going to be enough to substantiate living. I got that into my mind really early. And I think to a degree, especially at that time period before the digital web 2.0 era came about, it was true. I think it was true. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much, there was a path for you to follow. And I'm so happy that, I was exposed to, on purpose, exposed to people within my life that was to show me a particular method, tried and true method that worked. What I find so interesting about the last days of me working a 9-to-5 is that, when I tell people what it is that I'm going to be doing, it's like their mouths drop. You're doing what? You have a YouTube what? I'm like, yeah, it's called Mediocre Tutorials. I actually thought it was going to get me fired here a couple of times because of cancel culture. But I said, it is what it is. And I just kept going. Okay. I kept going. By the way, I did have people write in that did try to cancel me. I maintained. I left on my own fruition. I know that makes you mad. That's why I paused to say that. Anyway, they would hear what it is that I'm doing. And after the initial astonishment, the next response, time and time again, was, damn, I am so jealous. Flat out. I had that said to me, I would say at least 50% of the conversation. I know a lot of people. At least 50% of the conversation, they would literally say that. I am so jealous. And I reflect on that. I reflect on what that means, because I don't think it, the word jealousy, I think it can be, interpreted as from a negative perspective. But I reflect on, I am so jealous. And I say to myself, well, but you can't be, because I put so many hours into the gym. I put so much time creating this. This is not, I won the lotto and I am jealous. This was, I had a second job that I was passionate about, that I created from the ground up with the help of each and every one of you, passing on the message, liking the video, commenting on the video. And now I'm to the point where I could substantiate not doing my 9 to 5, which I spent the last decade and a half doing things within my life to be the best that I could at it. All of the certifications, all of the hours of training, all of the failures, all of the extracurricular activities, being involved in like the social justice team, this and the, black male group, that, and all of these different things that I was just involving myself into. And I'm so grateful for the opportunities. I'm so grateful for the opportunities because it expanded my knowledge. It expanded my perspective. So I'm so grateful. All of the mentors that I came across that, spoke wisdom into me, that, a lot of this stuff I've leveraged even for this YouTube channel when I'm just talking about things. You know what I'm saying? So it exposed me so much. And I think that the things that I learned in there from a corporate perspective, to a large degree, like the professionalism, right? Like just the different nuances of what that is what I demonstrate on the channel day after day, time after time. And I think that especially within the culture that I reside in, it's really rare. It's really rare to be able to do that. And it hits some people the wrong way because they grew up incredibly differently. So they, it's off-putting. And I get why it's off-putting, is because it's so different than what you may be used to. You know what I'm saying? But I think that there's so many positive things that I can be able to give back, including within my experience. And I think that I'd be doing myself and as well as my subscriber base a disservice if I was doing it in a burned out fashion, right? Because then I can't give you all of me. I can't give you all of the things that I know, or in a fashion that causes me to quit because I just can't keep up. So, I don't even know if I even mentioned at the beginning of this that I'll be quitting my 9 to 5, but yeah, that's that's what's going to be happening. Again, I don't even know if I'm going to post this. The reason why I just decided to bring this up is I got 2 more days left. Today's a Thursday, and then tomorrow's the Friday, and Friday's my official last day. But like I have like these standing meetings that I lead and stuff like that, and this is the last standing meeting, and I literally just completed it. And so it's kind of funny because the organization that I'm at, in a couple of weeks, they're actually preparing to go back into the office. It's been a year and some change since they've been into the office. And they're all talking during the stand-up meeting, talking about, oh man, I can't believe in a couple of weeks we got to go back, da-da-da. And, they're talking about, have you guys gotten your schedules prepared in order to try to figure out like your route to work and your parking spaces and all this stuff like that. So they're all, we're all talking this stuff. And I say at the end of the conversation, man, I for the last minute, I've been thinking of something very witty to say, but I'll just leave it alone. Was that a dick thing to say? I don't know. I don't know. I kind of don't care, but I mean, it is what it is. So I'm forever grateful for the opportunities that I have been given. I'm forever grateful for the people that I was able to meet. I'm forever grateful, to reside in an organization that has allowed me to expand my knowledge to the degree that it has and has supported me throughout then. I'm forever grateful for the people that I met. I'm just forever grateful. You know what I mean? But I think that it's after 8 years, of which I thought maybe 2 years max. Shit, for me to leave an MBA program and still be at the place, the same place of business 8 years later from an MBA program is damn near unheard of. Generally, that doesn't happen to people. Usually you go someplace for like 2 years, 2.5 years, and then they move on to somewhere else. But I've stayed in the exact same organization. So that's clearly a testament to the power of what it is. Okay. But I do think that, the season is now done. The season is now over. I think I have a lot of things to give in this particular space, and I absolutely can't wait to do it. I can't wait to continue to do it. All right. Even if I don't end up posting this video, future MTR, these were your thoughts. These were your words. Okay. Never forget it. All right. You know exactly what it is that you put in here in order to try to get this done. You know exactly what it is that you did. All right. Take pauses, be proud of yourself, be introspective in what you're doing. Don't feel like you can get ever too big-headed not to listen to someone else's voice and or opinion. And just keep on going forward. Oh, and don't be scared of failure, ever. Don't be, continue not to be. I know you were when you first started doing this, but continue to not be scared of failing, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I still got some more work to do within the day, but I just thought I'd just drop these particular thoughts as to the way that I'm feeling right now. All right, peace.